here's the most important question, although I think you've kind of already answered.
Yeah.
Bombay or Delhi?
Bombay.
Yeah, bro.
I have my
I should get
reasons.
credit to convert a Delhi/Gurgaon boy to a Bombay boy.
I think I'm not the only one because I've seen a lot of other videos as well of people living in Delhi their entire life. They spend 2 years in Bombay, like, bro, we love Bombay.
Really?
Yeah. Honestly, like, I've seen people like
there
that.
are a lot of people.
Yeah, a lot of people, trust me. Like, see, that's what I said now. Like,
I don't see it the other way around though. Like, do you think? Because I don't know.
Like I said in the start of the podcast as well, that, Bombay people, someone who's born, brought up, spent his or her entire life over here, they have something with the North. I'm not even going to,
North.
They're generalizing it. It's not this, it's not that, it's not safe, and every single thing. So
can't say entire North, but I know what you're referring to because, to kind of break down what not our perception, but the one we're referring to, I think is like UP, Bihar, Delhi, Punjab, Haryana, like thoda that as the North.
I don't want to get into UP and Bihar.
We are not saying anything about it, but we're saying that the perceived North, is that.
See, like, I personally have just met people having.
Actually, that way I'm saying that incorrectly. Because perceived North, to sab jo Maharashtra ke upar hai, wo North hi hai.
See, that's the thing. I don't see Bombay people moving out of Bombay anytime soon. The people who at least spend their entire lives over, they're like, yeah, we want to, live here. We want to die here. It's like that. So,
like me.
Yeah, like you.
Like, you want
to live in the city. Yeah, that's there.
Yeah.
So for someone like me, I mean, Bombay as a city for me, like, why I have started loving Bombay is because Bombay has everything that I want.
Yeah.
In terms of what I want to do career-wise, in terms of what I want to, like, where I'm living, all that. I mean, it's a good place. It's a good city and every single thing. So, Bombay as a city has a lot to offer as well. That's what I've seen. Like, I gone to different places, met different kinds of people. So the kind of people that I've met over here, as compared to the kind of people I used to meet in Gurgaon. Gurgaon had, like, I'm not saying Gurgaon just has one specific type of people, but Bombay has a variety of people because you have so many people coming from outside Bombay in the city to make a career, to make a living.
Right.
So you interact with different kinds of people and you learn a lot of things out of that. So for me, it's more to do with that, interacting with people, learning different things, and in the end, and just getting an experience. It's more to do with that.
So it's what Bombay has given you that makes you feel that way.
Yeah, like I feel the city has a charm. Now, I don't know how to describe it, but those who understand me, and a lot of them would be understanding what I'm trying to say.
I think if you've like come here and experienced the Bombay life or the things that make Bombay what it is, then you would also, like, I guess to some extent, you don't have to choose. It doesn't always have to be this or that. Like, for jokes, we can say, "Arey, Bombay or Delhi," and make it like a full, competition. But like, truthfully speaking, you don't have to always choose. You can always like more than one city, and you can love your own city, your hometown.
I don't have anything against Gurgaon, anything against Bombay. I love Gurgaon. So I miss my friends. I have 2 best friends back home.
Yeah.
I miss them so much. You know who they are. I don't want to name them, but I have.
They're really close to
me. They're my best friends. Like, they're really close to me. And Bombay's also given me wonderful people. I mean, you, then a few other people, a lot of other people, and one specific person. I mean, Bombay's given me a lot, to be very honest. And I think the city has more to offer. I haven't.
Yeah.
It's
we
more
still
that.
feel like
I mean, it's more to with for you. This thing would be more relevant for you. I mean, 22 years of your life spent over here. Do you still feel the city has more to offer to you?
100%. I love that you asked me that because, bro, no matter how much you explore, you realize there's more to explore. And I honestly feel like Bombay is the epitome of that as a city.
Right.
Like, and especially if you've been confined to one part of the city for most of your life until you have to go for maybe say work or you want to by choice explore. तो जब तक वो chance नहीं आता तब तक तो तुम तुम्हारे circle में ही रहते हो ना. So you feel like you're restricted to your whatever circle. Right. And I grew up in South Bombay, so I was restricted to that till school because I didn't have a reason to travel. Then came college, and then also my own curiosity to want to explore. And I explored, and I saw so much. Like, I saw so much more than I saw in my confined Marine Drive.
Yeah, that happens.
That's not the city, and you always know that in theory. But until you see it for yourself, you don't realize that you're like, damn. Not just that there's a world outside this, like not that there's a. I know there's that South Bombay bubble, and I would like to believe I'm not in that bubble, so to say. But geographically, I can say that is true for many people, and especially if you come from a certain background where you don't have the need to travel so
Yeah,
much, then
yeah.
you are in your own thoda environment.
Yeah.
Because ठीक है ना, like you're comfortable.
Right.
If there's no need, then why? So unless you're like a explorer by nature.
Right.
So yeah, dude, I feel like there's a lot more that the city has to offer that is untapped for me personally.
Right.
And I'm sure I can say the same for someone. Say, for example, if you've been confined to Powai, Powai is a great area, by the way.
Powai
It's so
is
developed.
beautiful.
It's amazing.
Beautiful.
And the HFS school,
Right.
there's so many
IT, man.
amazing housing societies. IIT Powai,
It's
of course.
Lovely. Matlab, it's too good.
Yeah. The point I'm trying to make is that people in Powai, I'm sure, could also say that, bro, like it's really far to come all the way.
Yeah, I think
to this
for
side.
them it's more like they
For
don't
them it's like
they don't find the necessity to go out of Powai anyway.
Exactly.
They have
Like,
everything over
I'm
there.
not generalizing for all people in Powai. This is just my example.
Yeah.
One has to always clarify these
Yeah.
things, but I want to make
No,
sure
the same
I'm
goes for
clear.
people from
Yeah.
South Bombay as well. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like you're confined to your own parts of the city, perhaps, and then you end up growing up and branching out. Like I think most people grow up
Yeah.
and branch out.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn, dude, Bombay has so much. Like Bandra has its own charm. Juhu has its own charm.
Yeah.
South Bombay, maybe there are so many areas. Malabar Hill has its own charm.
Right.
Marine Drive has its own charm.
Nepean Sea
Kolaba
Road
has its own charm. Cuff
charm.
Parade also, even
Yeah.
though it's like close to Kolaba, has its
Right.
own
Right.
separate this thing.
Mhm.
So it's like so diverse, man. And
True.
I love that about Bombay. And honestly, I think all of you can tell, like, bhai, apna prem to Bombay pe bahut hai yaar. Like, I love the city, bro. Like,
Yeah, like I've for me it's all I've never found someone who's like I don't like this city. I think it's more to do where I just want to move out and be independent.
Yeah.
Nothing about the city.
yeah, that even I have.
Yeah.
Like, despite my love for the city,
Yeah.
no ichha to be independent is there.
Move out but stay in the same city. It's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True. So yeah, man.
So I mean, yeah, agreeing with you that Bombay, every part of Bombay has its own charm. To be very honest, and but one thing that this is the major thing that I've truly noticed that people have come to me about when I tell that when I try to compliment Delhi or Gurgaon whatever, they'll be like, "Arey bro, first talk about safety. Arey bro, तेरा city खुद safe नहीं है, तू मेरे को क्या बोल रहा है and all that." Then it's not like I feel bad or whatever. I mean, yeah, safety is a concern or whatever. But then
Can I give you one reason I love Bombay also for?
yeah,
Because even at 4 a.m. you can walk.
Yeah.
I can't say you can do that in every area, but in most
Yeah.
good areas of Bombay, or let's just say most areas, you can walk at 4 a.m. and it's like
see, like
fine,
to be very honest,
I don't know if it's the same in Delhi or not.
see, I'm only going to talk about my personal thing.
And I hope this doesn't sound like we're bad bitching Delhi or something. Now
No.
it sounds like thoda we're hating on Delhi.
like no, like
Not we, me. Because
see,
you are.
that's the thing. Now
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to try and say that you're wrong or whatever. But I'm going to try and actually talk about my own experience. Like to be very honest, it's not like I haven't gone out at 4 a.m. in Delhi or Gurgaon. I've done that and
Yeah.
it's been
Sorry.
completely all right.
Huh.
But it's more like it's overhyped in a sense that अरे दिल्ली में अगर बाहर जाओगे तो ये हो जाएगा, दिल्ली में अगर ये करोगे तो ये हो जाएगा. I'm not saying it's wrong. I mean, it's completely false or whatever. It's there, to be honest. Like
The safety, like concern.
safety, like
It's the concern.
yeah, like I wouldn't recommend a girl to go out in Delhi just like that. I mean, at night, just at night. I'm not saying that something bad will happen, but it's better to be with people.
Better be safe also.
Better to be safe. I mean, if
Yeah.
I have to take an example of my mom, so in Gurgaon, she never used to go out post 7:30 alone, and the area where we lived, there were a few I don't know what, I think kidnappings or something.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
so
then-
it was on a highway basically.
Hmm.
So it was called the golf course extension.
Okay.
So it was a highway,
Okay.
and that highway was not very well lit. So all
Hmm.
those things were prone to happening. I think
Yeah.
once or twice it happened, and then once or twice certain things happen, then you have that fear in your head as well. That
Yeah,
you need to be a little
Can I give
careful.
a quick Bombay example just
Yeah.
to make sure we're balancing it
Yeah.
out? Recently, there was a case of this girls' hostel at Marine Drive
Right.
where a girl was unfortunately raped
Hmm.
and then murdered, and then the guy who did it killed himself.
Oh.
And that guy was one of the people working in that hostel. So imagine.
Right.
It's like Bombay also.
See, that is
Bajao
what I'm
from-
trying to say. Like, I would say Delhi is. I mean, Bombay is comparatively safer.
But then there are like these.
But it's not like it's not like Bombay is also completely safe in the
Yeah.
end.
So sorry, the reason I brought it up and then I'll let you continue was basically because this happened.
Yeah.
Now in this area also you have to be careful. It's like Marine
Yeah,
Drive.
you have to be
being Marine
careful
Drive.
wherever. Yeah.
Yeah. But then the coastal road is there, so there's
Yeah.
a change in infrastructure, and
Right.
then it's like anyone who's been to Marine Drive
Right.
knows that I can't talk. There's a certain part of Marine Drive where the coastal road has made it change a little bit,
Yeah.
and so because of that, less light, change in safety, and then this incident. So
Right. Right.
I think I understand that it's natural to want to feel like, okay, then let me take a step back, or let me be careful and
Careful,
therefore
yeah.
not go out at a
Mhm.
certain time or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. But sorry,
See,
continue.
like,
Yeah.
I think Gurgaon specifically, I'll talk about Gurgaon only. Like, safety was not an issue as such. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, how should I put it? Like, yeah, people used to be careful. I mean, you're careful wherever you go in the end, be it Bombay, be it whichever city you are in. You have to be careful, no doubt about it. But then that's not a worry in Bombay. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna go out with my friends, or I'm gonna go out alone. I'll meet you at 2 a.m. at night over here. I'll come on my own and all that. In Gurgaon, like it's more like, okay, I'll get this person along with me. I mean, I'm not saying people don't go out alone. They do go out. Everything's fine. Everything's all right.
Hmm.
For me, it's only like it's very overhyped as compared to what it actually is. It's very, very overhyped. So again, a preconceived notion that the people of Bombay have that I have noticed is that Delhi is the most unsafe city in the country. I mean, I'm not saying like sometimes stats do show that, but still, like it's those certain areas that
Yeah.
a lot of people. I mean, at times they end up going over there or whatever it may be. Like those certain, I think even in Bombay, certain areas are like you have to be a little wary about your surroundings over there.
Bro, can I say one thing? Like,
Yeah.
Even this areas thing, like you're right about it.
Yeah.
But then I just remembered and realized that Bombay had the 2611,
Right.
and imagine it was the prime good areas. And despite that, there was a full blown terrorist attack. Can you
Yeah.
imagine? Like,
Yeah.
that's crazy. It was literally Cuff Parade, Kulaba,
Hmm.
and then that extended into Narman Point, CST.
Yeah.
And these are like the prime areas of the city.
Yeah.
This is literally where it's not just the capital, it's also,
And it's one of the most busiest locations of the city.
yeah, and bro, even Mantralaya is here, like the chief
Yeah.
minister sits,
Yeah,
so it's like everyone is in this side of the town,
Yeah.
and that's exactly where it happened.
This reminds me, I want to actually ask you because I don't think we've ever had a conversation about 2611.
Yeah,
I-
I don't think
Yeah,
we've had
we've
one.
never had a
Yeah.
conversation. So, like I remember like when I was at my home with my parents, we were sitting and watching the TV, like, this has happened. And I think it was a shock for the entire nation that something like that has happened. So, like you being in Bombay in one of those areas where, this actually happened.
Yeah.
How was it for you? I mean, like, what did you feel? What did your family feel? Like, what was like the aura at that time for someone who's actually in that area?
Wow, bro, that's a good word to use in this situation. But damn, dude, like so 2611, you're right.
Yeah.
We were in that area, and I think as everyone knows, it was a very tough time for everybody.
Yeah.
Because of the number of people that lost and that passed away and the danger that it caused. We all know the story of who did what. But man, I remember so vividly. It was a regular day. Literally the most normal day ever. We were sitting at home after dinner and it was like 9:30. Everyone was at home. My mom, sister, my dad, and my house help also. Everyone was at home normal. And we usually, my dad has a habit of watching news after dinner. So like that was going on normally. The news was just on, and sometimes we're all listening to it. Sometimes we're all doing our own thing, and the news is just on in the background. This time I think it was just a normal day. Like we were all doing our own thing. News chal raha tha. And there was like, I think the headlines come at that time. So like my dad usually used to wait before sleeping to see the headlines. Yeah. The headlines came at 10 o'clock on India TV, I remember. And so my dad usually used to wait to watch that. So we were all doing our own thing. And I think at around 9:30, I may be getting the exact time wrong, but around 9:30, 10, there was news of some firing or shooting at Leopold Cafe.
Kolaba.
So there was some news of that. And we saw the news and I was too small to comprehend. So my parents were talking about it. And thoda bahut to dekha bhi, but I was like 7 years old at that time. 2008.
Yeah.
And I'm born in 2001, so I was 7. And they said it's potentially a gang war or something. So that's why there's shooting. Some gang war ka kuch hua hai. And yeah, that's it. Like there's some people who've come and done firing. it was assumed or said that it was a gang war. Then sometime after that, near Leopold Cafe in Colaba itself, there's a taxi that blows up. That taxi, there was a bomb, and that taxi blew. That came in the news. That, oh shit, this has also happened. So just a little far away from Leopold. And people are still like, kuch hoega, pata nahi. Like,
is that normal?
No, it wasn't normal, but nobody had the...
Nobody thought it'd be a terrorist attack.
Exactly. Nobody had an idea or clue what was going to unfold, basically.
Right.
So, that taxi blew up. Then, I think those people... So, the firing happened in Leopold. A lot of people were shot. Some people died. And there was a whole lot of bloodshed and chaos at Leopold.
Yeah.
Then, I think those terrorists went to the next location. I think they went to Trident and they went to Taj.
I think they split up.
They split up, like they went to two places. I think they were already split up. So, I think some
went to CST.
I was 7, so I don't remember it very exactly. But they split up after that and they went to various places.
I think it was, if I'm not wrong, I think it was Kama Hospital.
Yeah, Kama
CST,
Hospital, CST.
Nariman House.
Nariman House was later.
Okay.
Nariman House, they were hiding, but I think that came at like a day later or 2 days later or something. So, but you're right about Kama, CST,
and Trident
and Taj.
And Taj in the end.
Taj in the end. So they went to these 4 places and split up in a certain manner. And then, so coming back to like the beginning of it. So they did the whole thing at Leopold. And I think one of my relatives was at Leopold that day when that happened.
Oh God.
He touched wood and thank God nothing happened to him, but he was there. And they went to various locations, and then like I think a few hours or couple hours into it, that same night, maybe around 11 or 12 is when we started understanding that there's not just 1, 2 or 3 gunmen. There are a whole bunch.
Yeah.
We don't know how many. We don't know what weapons they have. They've spread across the city. They've started to fire and kill people, and there's mayhem. Bro, I remember so clearly. That night I didn't sleep. None of us slept.
I'm sure.
Yeah. My parents though watched the news till the morning. I think eventually our parents must have put us to sleep. But bro, my God, we can't tell you. Bombings, noises at Trident. There was some bomb at Trident. We heard that bomb go off. There was some other shooting and some bombing somewhere else. I think close.
Yeah.
We could hear it.
That would have been scary.
We heard it in a house, bro. And then as people started to understand what is actually going down, what's happening, although people still didn't know the extent to which it was going to end up being. Kitne log the, kitne nahi the. Because the chaos they caused, it was just 10.
Yeah.
It was just 10 terrorists. And they had all kinds of weapons with them and they caused utter chaos. Bro, that night, we shut the curtains of our windows, put all lights off. Everything was closer. Nobody knows we live where we live.
Oh, okay.
Our watchman was at the gate, and I remember there was some renovation going on. So the safety wasn't the best at that time.
Right.
So our watchman was scared. Our watchman is calling us. Sir, मुझे डर लग रहा है. He told my dad that हमें डर लग रहा है. हम कहाँ क्या करें? Can we come up? But then we're like, bro, we'll keep security. So it was that scary, you know. Yeah. Obviously he was fine and everyone was taken care of, but it's scary because you're right there.
And your house is literally on the main road.
Exactly. So it's even more scary. So that was the scene, but you could hear things. You had to put your lights off. You had to shut the curtains because by then nobody knew who, what, when, where. Bro, imagine.
So wait, you didn't know where they were. Nothing. There was no.
People knew, but as live updates were not coming. Then I remember very vividly, there's a footage of Kasab and certain other terrorists driving a cop car from Metro Cinema. They're going via Metro. There's reporters over there recording. People have literally, there's a video of people covering themselves. They've gone down to take cover and they're seeing the car go. And
I've seen that. Yeah.
I think there's a cop car chasing them as well or something.
I've seen that footage.
And then, or there's a cop in the car that they're driving. And then the information goes that they're coming via Marine Drive. And then because of that, really, really close to where
you stay.
I stay.
Yeah.
There was a Naka Bandi. And the Naka Bandi at Chowpatty is where they caught
Kasab. Yeah.
So that means Kasab passed the place that I was in.
Right.
He went all the way there. He got caught. They stopped his car.
Right.
The constable whose statue is at Chowpatty, if anyone has ever been to Chowpatty,
they would have noticed it.
Whoever, I mean, people we know must have been only, but Bombay people don't know.
Yeah.
There's a statue though, and that statue is of a constable who stopped Kasab. died in the process.
He got shot by him.
He got
right?
shot
yeah.
by him, but he got Kasaba.
Damn, like
So yeah, and I mean, like all of these stories, bro. The fact that this happened right in front of our eyes.
yeah,
Literally,
I
like,
can't even imagine how
मतलब
terrifying
हमारे
it would have been.
सामने
Yeah.
से मुजरिम आके करके सब
गया,
चला
हाँ.
गया, and like no one could do anything. So
Because you
I-
also don't know, you're helpless at that point. You don't know कि क्या करना है, क्या नहीं करना है, कहाँ जाएं, किसके साथ जाएं, and all that.
yeah,
Of course, it's terrifying, no doubt about it.
it's bloody terrifying, dude. And I didn't understand the full extent of it until I grew up a little more. But like that
I mean,
time I was 7.
in the news,
so,
what I saw, the dome was on fire and
yeah,
it looked pretty
was.
bad. Yeah.
It was. Yeah. Man.
So, I mean,
You must have even seen that movie, na? The Attacks.
yeah,
of
2611. Yeah, that's where I got all my, I would say the info, because we grew up and then that movie came out and then we watched it and everything.
There's one more movie, I think, where that Dev Patel is an
Yeah,
actor.
I think it's called Hotel something.
Hotel something.
I forgot the name of the movie.
Hotel Mumbai?
Hotel Mumbai, I think.
Is it?
I-
I
something
can't
like
remember
that.
the name, but yeah.
It's about what happened in Trident, no?
Yeah.
Trident
No, Taj. It's
Taj.
about the whole attack in general, but
Oh.
particularly in Taj.
I think how they escorted the guests outside the hotel, something
Yeah,
like
and
that.
how
yeah.
everything went.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is-
Still, I mean, it's very scary to be in the end. I mean, if you have to imagine something like that happening right in front of your eyes, then definitely it's very, very scary. So, like,
Yep.
Yeah.
So do you want to know anything more about it or that?
No, like it was more like I wanted to get inputs of a person actually living over there, and you were so close to where the incident happened.
Yeah.
But how exactly were your emotions and every single thing? Because I really don't want to, and I can't even imagine myself, in that situation, living where all those things are happening. It just seems terrifying. Yeah.
And worse than me, there were so many people who lived in those areas,
yeah.
and unfortunately, we even didn't live, but were at CST station when Kasab and those people fired at them,
we
and
saw
there was that crazy bloodshed, and so
Yeah,
many
in the
people
news there was like blood
died.
all around,
So-
bodies and all.
I mean, just we're lucky to be here still speaking,
Yeah.
but it was a bad time, and so many people lost their
I remember
so many people. Yeah.
one of my parents' friends, they live in Kolaba. So what they told us was the terrorists were firing from a building opposite to where they were staying.
Hmm.
Their entire sofa was filled with bullets.
Oh my god.
They were made to
It's
evacuate.
Nariman House, right?
Yeah, Nariman House, that
Okay.
area only. So
Huh.
they were made to evacuate. And one of my mom's friends, he was giving chai to the military men during the day. It was like that. So I mean, I don't know how the operation was handled and every single thing, but I think it was. I won't call it chaotic, but it was terrifying. I mean, if that's the right word that I
think
can.
it was chaotic also.
It was chaotic as well. Yeah. So.
Bro, I honestly, at the end of this, I just feel like saying salute to our forces.
Yeah,
Honestly, like,
definitely.
because it's crazy. They saved us as best as they could.
Yeah, I
Obviously, it
mean,
was
no doubt
a
about it.
big
Yeah.
security
Yeah.
lapse as well. And that's why I'm really happy today that at least there's such a strong
Yeah, Bombay in terms of security is
leadership
very
and-
like.
yeah, and
I think,
Bombay is
yeah.
so a lot more secure,
Yeah.
and that's why they've changed things. Even at Gateway of India, there used to be a garden, dude, and now there's no garden because I think after this happened, they removed that garden. I could be wrong,
Okay.
but I've seen some old video where there's like a proper garden outside Gateway of India. Now you've seen what it is, right?
Yeah.
It's that
Yeah.
stone footpath, and I
And
think
then
there's
that's
no
you just
garden
go in
over
like
there.
that,
You
yeah.
just go in.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah.
could be wrong again.
There's
Like,
shops
but-
outside. That's it, no? Are you talking about?
I don't know. I'm a little like unsure about this because I've not seen, or I don't have that garden or that old Gateway of India in my fresh memory.
Hmm.
My recent memories of how it is today.
Yeah.
And now it's like, I mean, you have that, what's the metal detector?
Yeah,
You have
yeah.
the cop cars
That's what- so-
constantly present, the barricades.
You just have
and
to, but I think it's only the metal detector that's there, right?
all. No, even the barricades. There's no entry other than one entry. There's barricading.
Yeah,
all
entry
around.
next, it's the same.
And
The
there
way you
are,
enter, you have to
yeah,
got that,
and there are
yeah.
cops and these things on all surrounding
Right.
areas. So I mean, I don't know again if that's enough or no. It seems to be because nothing has happened till now.
Touch
touch
wood.
wood. But yeah, I know things have improved, and we can see because bro, at Marine Drive there's constantly police patrolling, no matter what time of the day or night you go.
Yeah. We've seen that so many times.
You've seen that those cops are now on those segways, and I love that they're on those segways.
Oh,
It's so cool.
they're
right?
having a ball.
Yeah, they're having a ball, bro. Segway.
Honestly, like they look damn cool also. Huh?
They
Like
do.
driving Doom 4.
Bro, imagine telling a cop, "Hey, dhum macha le."
bro.
No, but they're doing a
No, they're doing
service
their
for
job,
us,
yeah,
so,
in the end.
yeah.
That's what it is.
To joke about it though, when we see bike people, we do say "Dhoom macha le." Like any person on the bike or cycle, I don't know why
Bro, that,
that's a Bombay thing.
honestly, let's not get into Bombay people driving.
No, this is not. Oh, Bombay people driving.
I have a lot of controversial opinions about it. Trust me. And it's just sad.
Bombay people driving. What's your?
I'll just
opinion on
say it in short. They don't know how to drive.
it?
Bombay people don't know how to drive. It's hands down. They don't know how to drive.
तू कौन सा F1 है भाई Michael
I'm not saying I'm the best driver,
हाँ.
but you have people crossing the street left to right without an indicator. No one's following the signal, and I mean, I'm not going to talk about the road condition and all. That's there everywhere. That's there everywhere.
That we know, but
yeah, that's there everywhere. But you know, especially the auto drivers, taxi drivers. Oh God, like you taking out your car, it's like a funeral for your car. Honestly.
Oh my God, that's actually so well said.
Yeah, you take your car out, you're going to come back with 2-3 dents on your car. But
so are you trying to say Delhi is better?
Delhi, see, another thing is like open roads, wide spaces, and every single thing. I'm not saying Delhi you have the most perfect drivers, but yes, Delhi has better drivers as compared to Bombay. 110%.
Oh, crap.
110.
Bro, actually, I believe if you can drive in Bombay, you can drive anywhere in the world. You become that skilled.
Have you seen that Atul Khatri stand-up?
Which one?
He's like, he talks about, you know, that he went to the US for a holiday, and then he's like, I've driven in Bombay, so you can drive in any place of the world. Something like that.
Aisa kuch tha kya?
Joked about it.
Not sure. But yeah, Atul Khatri is a great comedian. He's done some other parts also na, about Bombay. I think he's done something about Bombay.
He's joking about South Bombay and all that.
South Bombay ka also. I love his Sindhi, his old stand-up. It has not seen any new Atul Khatri.
He's not that great now.
Like, why, bro? I think he's nice, man.
I feel I don't follow any stand-up comedians now as such.
Like, who's your favorite stand-up comedian of all time?
I used to like Saurabh Pant at a time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, he was funny, honestly. Like, you have stand-up comedians who pretend to be funny. Like, it's very evident that you're trying hard.
Yeah. That is very true.
You're trying so hard, like,
yeah.
Bhai has do yaar, it's like that.
But there are very few comedians that I also personally like. Like, honestly, there aren't that many, I would say. And yeah, man, sometimes it feels sort of forced, you know, thoda extra.
Yeah, honestly, it feels like you're putting in so much effort to, you know.
Even the way of speaking, don't you think? That typical stand-up way of speaking. Like,
see, like, now, I mean, we don't know what stand-up, I mean, the way...
And now it sounds like we're bashing stand-up.
Sorry?
Now people might say we're bashing stand-up.
No. Oh, see, I think at the end of the podcast, people are just going to be like, हाँ भाई बुराई करने आए, बुराई करते ही जा रहे, Bombay की बुराई, Delhi की बुराई. Guys, we love both the cities, trust me. At least I do. He hasn't been to Delhi, but he will also love, trust me.
Yeah, I haven't even been to Sala Taj Mahal. I've not seen till now. So I've not even been to Agra. And my Dadi is from Agra. I've told you this. So I've not been to Agra also.
So that's the thing. You have history in Delhi, the architecture. It's beautiful. Red Fort.
Lutyens Delhi is really beautiful, right? Lutyens or Lutyens? How do you say it?
Lutyens Delhi.
But Lutyens Delhi is very... honestly. Jo bhi ho, it's very beautiful, right? Yeah. The whole that area, and even the Raisina Hills, the President's Estate.
Love. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Like, man, I would say in terms of beauty, Bombay has more lighting, but Delhi's architectures, lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely. Like, there's no
and
comparison.
Delhi street food, I've heard so much about Delhi street food.
Delhi street food, don't even get me started. Trust me, Bombay, you're nowhere close to Delhi street food.
Bruh.
You have vada pav.
But chalo, I've heard.
Like one vada pav you have, and one pav bhaji you have. That's it.
But that's also good, yeah.
Dude, like, come to Delhi, you have so many things, bro. Trust me. Matlab, you have the best of the best street food over there. It's like that. Bombay, it's very limited. Street food, I don't like Bombay, honestly. Vada pav, once in a blue moon, I'll eat. It's like that.
Yeah, I think one thing we both love that you can also testify for that Bombay has is amazing. Bhanji pav.
See, the pav in Bombay, it reminds me of one. I think the pav in Bombay and the pav that are in Delhi is completely different.
Huh?
Yeah,
really?
Yeah, there's a difference in that also. I don't know, but there's some difference. And in the end, bhaji pav is just you put bhaji in a pav and eat it.
Wohi to hai, bro. You know, the best things in life are actually very simple. They're always very simple.
Fair enough. I'm not
Yeah.
going to deny that.
Hmm.
But still, भाई इस बात की कोई compare नहीं कर सकता Delhi street food और Bombay street food. It's as simple as that. Delhi street food for the win any day.
Chal.
I'm not even going to have a discussion.
I won't even debate because I have not been to
Yeah,
Delhi.
I don't want to
And I've only
dignify
heard-
myself with a discussion in terms of Delhi street food.
I've only heard
Delhi
good
street
things
food
about
is
Delhi street food.
miles.
Every Delhi person
Yeah.
and friend and you too included, obviously, has always told me, bro, you gotta come, you gotta try this, you gotta try that.
Yeah.
And I can't wait because you know how much I love,
Yeah.
bro. I want to. Chole bhature, yaar, like. Chalo yaar, like chole bhature, kulche. Although I don't eat chicken, but I've heard the butter chicken there is fantastic. Then
I don't eat
chaat, we both are vegetarian.
just soya chap. I can talk about vegetarian food.
Momos, bro.
Oh god.
Delhi momos. We both are big admirers and
Miss
lovers of Dev
the
momos, but
Dev momos. Yeah.
shout out Dev momos.
Yeah,
but Delhi
momos for
momos,
the win.
bruh.
Trust me. Delhi momos.
Khane layak.
Khane layak. I mean, bhai, Delhi momos is like
Are to die for.
they're literally to die for. It's like 4 years I haven't gone back. I mean, since the time I moved, I haven't gone back. I miss Delhi momos. Like it's like something that I crave for so much.
Do Delhi momos also have that side wala mayonnaise that they give it?
Yeah, like they don't samne se give. You have to ask them. Yeah, bhaiya thoda dal. They give you that lal chutney only.
Achha, they give lal chutney.
They give that lal chutney.
They give what all do they give?
It's only lal chutney. That's it.
Is that spicy wala same?
Yeah,
Is
that's
it
spicy wala
like-
same lal
Okay. And then they give mayonnaise if you want.
Mayonnaise, yeah. If you want. We'll have to ask them specifically. हाँ भैया दे दो.
It's like how when you go to a sepuri wala and you say भैया एक सूखा पूरी
सूखा पूरी
और
दे दो,
like
हाँ.
एक थोड़ा वो
Yeah.
कुरमुरा दे दो थोड़ा.
So
हाँ.
when Gurgaon it's more like हाँ भैया डाल दो ना क्या कर रहे हो डाल दो. But still like
Yeah.
no doubt about it. I think Delhi and Bombay as two cities they have their own charm in the end. Like Delhi is lovely in its own ways. Obviously in the end few cities are obviously going to have the pros and cons, but it's not like we have an issue with it as such.
Yeah.
At least in Bombay, people like us, we just tend to oversee the bad things and focus on the good ones.
Yeah, we're positive people.
Yeah. So I mean, like Delhi for the win, Bombay for the win for me.
Yeah.
I love both.
Honestly, Bharat Mata ki jai. India for the win. Jai Hind, Jai Maharashtra, Jai Shri Ram. Josh
Okay, people, I think people are going to think we become psychotic at the end of the podcast.
So yeah, man. But so this has been, I think,
it's
the way the
a good,
conversation has gone.
like a good conversation
This
about.
is a Delhi Bombay podcast. What should we call it? What do we say to the audience?
See, I really don't. See, I don't want people to be thinking we're taking sides over here.
Yeah.
We just presented our opinions in terms
Yeah.
of what's happening, what's not happening.
And that's what we're gonna do through this podcast.
Yeah, I mean,
so, yeah.
Like I said, I love Delhi. I love Bombay. That's it.
I think it's fair to say to end this that we love Bombay. We love Delhi.
Bombay. Yeah.
We love traveling. We love eating. We like exploring. We're very curious. We love educating ourselves about various things.
We love learning.
And we love learning, man. I think that's the core of it all.
That's the core, yeah.
That's the core of it all. That's the KAUR of it all.
True. That's absolutely true.
That core is just Punjabi slang.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know why I said that, but I think we're at the end of the episode. Yeah. What do you think,
I
man?
think it's been great, honestly.
It has been great. It's a
Many more to
pleasure
come.
talking to you, Mr. Rao.
Pleasure is all mine.
Are you sure?
And I think many more to come.
Yeah, man.
Definitely,
100%. 100%. I think there's so much.
It's the beginning of something good. That's what I can say.
Yeah. There's a phrase in Hindi that I heard once from my sister, which she heard at school. Ki, it's like, I think it's a muhavra. Shri Ganesh kiya, matlab shuru kar diya. Like a very auspicious beginning.
Yeah.
तो हमने पॉडकास्ट का भी श्री गणेश कर दिया है अभी और बस आगे लेके जाना है करना है एंड we're damn excited man honestly because
We have so much to give out. It's like
there's so much to share man. Honestly we've almost had this like a long time coming only. It's something we're very very passionate about. We consume podcasts a lot. We've been consuming podcasts for a long time. And a long time matlab last 2-3 years, and the people who've been doing podcasts for a long time, to start with obviously TRS. If you don't know what TRS is, it's Beer Biceps podcast. Then there's the Untriggered one, which is very new.
Yeah.
There's Joe Rogan in America. There's so many. I mean, I can name them. I'm maybe not remembering the names, but और थोड़े नाम बोलना.
Raj Shamani is
Raj Shamani figuring out. What else? We listened to some more. I feel.
What was that Sunil Shetty one the other day?
There's a new Nikhil Kamath one. Bro,
Yeah,
I
Nikhil
love
Kamath, yeah.
love that one. I love that one.
Yeah.
The format is great. But
That's really good.
yeah.
I mean, the kind of people also on that show, that's so good. I mean, yeah,
top
like
caliber, dude.
honestly, like really, that's
We hope to
really
have
good.
such people on our show as well.
Hopefully, yeah.
Manifest and believe.
Hopefully, like, I mean, but in the end, we just want to, whatever the experience that we gain, we want to put it out there.
Yeah.
As simple as that.
Amen to that, bro.
Like, thanks everybody for joining.
Yeah.
And, see you soon.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So with that, we end the podcast.
We end the podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you,
and,
guys. Yeah.
See y'all. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching part 2 of episode number 1, where we discussed a topic that is honestly never ending. It can go on and on. Mumbai versus Delhi. And we didn't really choose sides. We tried not to, at least. But we really hope you liked the video. And if you did, then please do drop a comment and tell us what you thought. Your feedback means a lot to us. And if you like the video, then be sure to like it as well. Drop a like so we know you're enjoying. And if you want to stay tuned for more such content, then what should we do?
Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and give us a follow on our Instagram page as well if you aren't following it. We have a lot of fun, interesting and knowledgeable content that we're going to be putting out pretty soon. And more to it, episode 2 is going to be out really soon. So please stay tuned. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay tuned for much more fun episodes coming your way. Thank you, guys.
Thank you for your support and love. See you.